Internet. What's
Hello.
up? We're here for another catastrophe tonight on Monday night, bringing you some AHGL qualifier action. I am King Nothing,
I'm Paddock T.
and on the line with us we have Ether. Say hello.
Hey, what's up, you guys? Glad to be on the show. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, you bet. We are having
Alright.
all kinds of random co-hosts tonight, and all week, and previous weeks.
But hey, the first 25 seconds actually went through as planned.
Yeah, I mean, if that actually worked how I think it worked.
Assuming you guys can hear us and this isn't just a massive waste.
I think it worked. I
Alright.
think we got it.
Cool.
Update that title, bro. That's not right. Okay, so we're gonna pick what I think is a PvP. Gonna go with Forest Runner versus Cards, so I'll load that up for us. And we picked this because several of the games were pretty stale. Not gonna lie.
Somewhat slow and maybe throw in predictable.
There was a little bit of predictable, yeah. Ether, have you got this game on 0 seconds, ready to go?
Yeah.
All right, so let's start that in 3, 2, 1, go. So here we have, trying out for the B team, Cards, it's a green Protoss at the top, and Forest Runner at the bottom is the blue Protoss. So Ether is actually going to provide some Protoss insight for us here, because he is our Toss brother,
Yeah.
and offered to come on the show, offer a little bit of that Protoss knowledge that really, I don't know if mine has been horribly offensive in the past, but I'm all we've got, and I'm not that good at it.
Yeah, I'm
No,
I'll be
you're
honest,
you're
I'm
good, bro.
He really is. He's even worse than Terran.
They look like Christmas ornaments, and that makes me all wistful, and I forget what I'm doing.
This does look like it belongs on a Christmas tree.
Oh yeah, definitely. And that
Yeah,
would
but
actually be a
Protoss is the most imbalanced race. There's like not much to say. Just
Obviously.
move and it wins everything. It's awesome.
Yeah. I mean, we didn't have Azarath on the show tonight. He was otherwise occupied. But I talked with him about it on the way home, and he's like, yeah, if we have a Protoss guy on the phone, I'm probably just gonna give him crap about Protoss the whole time.
No, but to be fair, PvP matches have come a long way since like the beta or since the early seasons of GSL. I mean, we used to see
joke.
4-gate rushes, and where in the you can like hide a pylon somewhere.
It was just
It's
all
like-
about Huck versus MC. That was the epitome of PvP right there.
Right?
Just-
And
yeah.
yeah, but now with the Colossus strategies and just the immortal drops and blink stalkers, I mean, it's come a long way. I mean, PvP is not as boring at all as it used to be. So I'm pretty
I
excited to actually see PvP matches in the GSL these days.
Yeah, I think that the mirror matches in particular have gone through significant evolution in the last 9 months. I mean, ZVZ, people still kind of hate ZVZ, but I don't hear nearly the moaning that people used to have about it. You know, it's like living life on the razor's edge. I actually kind of enjoy it. And PvP, the Colossus strategies, there were Colossus strategies in the beta, sure, but it was just make as many as possible. And while that's still kind of a truism in many matchups, like Colossus are good, right?
Right.
You can't just make only Colossus and hope that you're going to win.
Right, and I mean, Rain started this new meta game where you build in PvP. You build only 8 Colossus max, and then you fill up the rest of your supply with Archons and Immortals.
Right.
And that
Those are
8
sick
Colossus,
games,
that
by the
magic
way.
number. Yeah, that is like the magic number. Like he figured it out.
If you haven't watched Rain in the GSL this season, go do it, because that guy is a boss, and he made a hugely deep run, considering it was his first GSL.
Right. And his game against MVP, as far as I'm concerned, that was the finals, because that was like the most epic game.
I don't know, man. Don't count life out.
I don't
so
know.
Fast. He's
Life-
So fast.
Life is, I don't know, maybe he practiced and like prepared better, but it's just like, he's unstable, dude. I don't know. Some games are like, he's really good. Some games is like, what are you doing, man?
So by the way,
I don't know,
we
but
do have a
looking forward to it, though.
differentiation in build here. They both went Stalker first, but there's a Robo out for Cards first, and a second gate for Forest Runner. They both appear to have Warp Gate on the way.
Yeah, I want to say that Cards actually got his cybernetics core a little bit earlier than Forest Runner. think Forest Runner is trying to get a little more gas to tech up a little bit better. But yeah, it's just that tiny bit of difference in cyber timings made up for the difference in probe numbers. As you can see, cards having a little
Actually
more
hit by
probe.
2 there, yeah.
Yeah, even with an earlier cyber core. Okay, so maybe Forest's timings and build order is just a tiny bit off, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what he has planned.
Cards throwing down an additional 2 gates. Did get that scouting info on his opponent. He knows the exact timing of the robo because he pretty much got in there right as it was being created. On the other hand, Forest Runner doesn't have that info about the additional gates, doesn't know that the robo is there. So a little bit of advantage goes to Cards at this point, I think. He's sending out his observer now.
Yeah, as far as a tighter build order, Cards definitely has it. I mean, he's up with his 3 gates, 1 robo build. Oh wait, he's aggressively expanding too behind it.
Yeah.
So I think he's hoping to catch with that fast observer out. He's hoping to be able to catch any early aggression that might be coming his way, and if that kicks in, then he's got 3 gates and a robo to try to help him get some units out for defense. So not bad play, not a bad decision from Cards.
All right.
Getting an expansion earlier in PvP is definitely a huge advantage, almost a game changer. But look at that hidden pylon from Forest. Oh, that manages to blink, warp in 2 extra stalkers right at his doorstep.
Yeah, he moves right in there. Sorry, I was trying to fix the audio. Apparently, Ether's a little bit louder than the rest of us, so I've turned it down just a tad. Hopefully that makes a difference. Let me know if it doesn't. Tabs on that.
Cool.
And
Sorry about
just
that.
camping out there, just chilling out. But there's an immortal out, so I mean, between the 2 sentries, Forest Runner does. All right.
Wow.
The force field to keep that from going any further. Now that there are 2 immortals, though,
Yeah, he wants
that's not going to go
push
anywhere.
these guys out, no problem.
As soon as those force fields dissipate. Yeah.
That was a huge gamble by Forest to go up and poke like that without blink. Because if Cards force fielded behind the stalkers,
Yeah, he could have just
all
trapped
those
them in
stalkers
there.
would have died. Yeah, because he had no way out. Those 4 stalkers can't go up against an immortal with another one coming in and 2 stalkers. Yeah, he would have lost like a lot of stalkers back there. But that worked out for him. He got lucky that those force fields didn't land behind the stalkers.
Actually found that pylon before anything else got set up in.
Yeah, that pylon was actually in just behind the fog of view as the Nexus was warping in. But I think with all that unit movement coming out and units have a little more vision than a Nexus that's warping in, yeah, he managed to see it. So, but that was still a really good pylon placement from Force, though. I mean, that was a perfect spot for a proxy.
So at this point, we can see the supply is equalizing a little bit. Forest Runner got a good advantage from that attack, getting the Nexus canceled. Card still doesn't have a second Nexus. And the Immortal count looks like it's even now, 2-2.
Yeah, I'm a little confused with Forest Runner's build. He's getting a Twilight Council and a Robotics. Usually you go for one or the other. Cards is just getting the Robotics, which would allow him to get a little more Colossus, because, I mean, the Twilight Council does cost gas, and gas is pretty expensive in this early game stage, so...
Yeah, sure. And
See
it looks
what-
like he's adding on gates, whereas Forest Runner not getting around to that just yet.
Right.
He's going to be producing heavily out of the Robo, but might need another place to sink his income. There are no forges that I can see. So no upgrades for either player, no Warp Prison chilling out for cards. First Colossus.
Blink is on the way for Forest, so I think he's going to try to do some Blink harass while getting his Colossus up. Not a bad strategy at all on this map, because this map, like Antigua, is actually really good for blinking. And if you watch any of Rain's games, actually that is the strategy of choice on this map because of that huge cliff.
This whole area over here by the third is just crazy big.
Right, that's just like blink zone, and
and tanks. That's where you siege them up.
Yeah, it's where you siege up tanks. I mean, that is I mean, that blink is just so strong. Such a strong
But if
tactic.
they had tanks, they could blink and have tanks. I mean, that'd be super great.
I know, right? You need like the siege mode on
I would
stalkers.
play that Protoss.
Yeah, that'll be awesome. That'll be 1A and Turtley.
Yeah, man. So double forge for cards up now. He's getting both upgrades. We can see Extended Thermal Lance just about finished for both players, and Colossus starting to come out just now for Forest Runner. So a little bit behind on that Colossus, I believe. Cards had it first, but he is already getting his second. So again, Card's doing a pretty good job of staying ahead in terms of build here. Forest Runner a little bit supply lock, not getting upgrades yet. Oh, there's a Warp Prism. Hey.
Is it in play? Yeah, finally it's in play. Force
So one
probes to be
Stalker will
pulled.
begin, but nothing
Yeah,
is
he's
home.
waiting for cooldowns on his warp gates, and he's going straight for robotics. Great choice here to snipe that. It severely delays Colossus.
Snap. Oh, he's attacking rocks! No, he's attacking rocks! No! For the cards, why would you do that? Cards, no!
Target, man.
Cards! Oh!
Oh, and
Oh,
Cards
no.
loses 2
No, the
Colossus
Warp
for
Prism.
nothing.
And then he missed. Ah!
Cards was
Ah.
doing so well up until this point. He had the tighter build. He had the War Prism harass going. He was doing well. Oh, that must be frustrating.
Oh, that's so terrible. Oh, cards. Oh, I feel for you.
Yeah. But actually, both players went for the double forge upgrades, and I actually had a game with Kemzor the other day, and I was up 3-0 on my upgrades, and he was up 3-3, so 3 on weapons, 3 on shields, on armor,
Go ahead
and
load
it
up game
actually
2, by the
didn't
way,
make
while we're
that much of a difference in our big fight. So I don't know. I don't do the double forge upgrades anymore because I just don't think in PvP that the armor upgrade is useful.
Interesting. Okay.
Maybe if they upgraded shields, it might be more useful because of the Archons. That's
Could be.
going to help you
Archon's
tank
pretty-
endgame.
Pretty badass. Yeah, so Forest Runner takes that game.
Yeah.
And it was not a bad game on Forest Runner's behalf, like in terms of, I mean, Cards was ahead maybe, but he wasn't super ahead.
It's
Definitely,
It's not a bad game in that everything up to the point where it became just kind of sad was really, really good. It's like a 100-meter sprint where the two contestants are just really close neck and neck, and then the Ugandan runner just bites it, like face planted straight into the ground. It was a good race up until that, and then you just feel for his country.
yeah, sure. Anyway, we're gonna go into game 2. Either of you got that ready?
Yep.
All right, cool. We are also at 0 seconds, so we'll go in 3, 2, 1, go. Give me that screen. Come on. There we go. All right, so we are on Daybreak. Forest Runner spawning in the bottom left, and Cards at the top in green.
You guys need to do that GSL voice.
With should we do the zoom and everything?
Yeah. Okay.
I can do
Yeah,
Let's just go
yeah,
ahead.
do that
Okay, okay.
for the fans.
Ready?
All right.
Go.
You gotta stay in the top right corner.
Oh, okay. In the top right corner, we have